Good morning, warriors. Beautiful morning today. Once again, because of all the crazy stuff going on around here, I have to kind of do this while I'm sitting in my car. Hope you guys are doing well. This is January 28th, I believe. Yes, January 28th, 2022. And we have gotten hit with a decent size of snowstorm. Not big, but there's a number of more inches on the ground. You can probably see in the back window there. We got snow all over the place in the Midwest. So this is Vigor Warriors 2, and welcome to our channel. We always try to do a morning type inspiration talk, just to talk about our journey and how important it is to continue with this no matter what happens outside of us, whether it's the weather, whether it's people, whether it's things that are tempting us in different ways. We have to make sure that we're on top of that, because this is really where the battle is. The battle really is between people and principalities and things around us. So that's why I say that it's a great morning. There's a lot of good in the world, and that's what you got to look for. And a lot of the good in the world has been shown out to me more as this journey goes on. Now, I probably will do one tomorrow morning, because I think that's my 600th day of NoFap and 130, almost get to 130 days of monk mode as well. So, and we'll just talk about that a little briefly. Like I said, I think the only reason I want to keep track of it is only because this is the first time I've had this long of a streak ever in my life. And so I want to continue to see how long I can actually go. And my goal is to get to at least 10, 12 years. So we'll see how that happens. I know that Paul Johnson, who's got a long streak, will kind of talk about long streaks a little bit tomorrow too. As we talk about this, is kind of perfect for the setting. He's got huge streaks that he went through, and many years. And so I think that he's always commenting, giving us good advice and things like that. Dev made some comments yesterday, beautiful comments. And Matthew, thank you for the comments. And Baba, Limitless Vision. We have a lot of people making some great comments and even showing appreciation, which I appreciate too. I think the main thing to me is that we get this information out, and that people have a vehicle to understand that there's a different way to live than what we're seeing in a lot of the Main Street types of things that we have. So I think it's wonderful to kind of see that, and to see that we're moving up in people who are all together as a team. So the 1% hopefully is growing, and soon we'll be at 2% and 3%, and we'll keep going, and we'll have a lot more people who understand the importance of something like retention, celibacy, sophism, brahmacharya, all these type of things in which you're not controlled by your desires, and more you're controlling them and having some sort of control of that. And that really comes down to it. It's more of a control of that. So I appreciate all the comments, and thank you for all the likes, donations, and things like that. So today's inspiration we're talking about was something that I saw, and I can't remember where I actually saw it, but they mentioned something, and it may be in this movement they call the MGTOW Movement. And for some of you that may not understand that, what I gather, and I'm not an expert on this, is what I gather is that men are kind of fed up with a lot of the dating situations and relationships and things like that. And so instead of trying to be a weaker person, they're kind of backing away from relationships now. They're backing away because people are having multiple partners, a lot of different things going on. So, and I'm not perfect on my understanding of it, but it seems to me that it kind of fits into what we're talking about in this thing that we're doing. And we're talking about the fact that you're not going to be controlled by other people because of the sexual possibility or temptation, whether it's a picture, whether it's a person, whatever it might be. So you're not being controlled by that. And I think that's the key in what we're doing as well. So there is a lot of overlap when it comes to this type of stuff. Now, I'm not totally sure about the whole movement myself, but I do know that that's a part of it. That obviously not having, trying to, chase women around and backing away from women and deciding, okay, I'm going to make more selective choices, I think is always a good thing. And I think we should all be doing that, whether you're a man or a woman, making, kind of selective choices on who you're going to be with, because even though the world tells us, well, we should be going out and, having these multiple partners every night and this is the way to live, it really isn't. I mean, that really is you end up losing your soul that way. Now, why are these men, all single? I guess that's the question that was posited in this these people talking that I was listening to. And, a lot of it comes back down to that the roles are also different. People are changing they're trying to change the roles. Now, I've said this before, that I think the bottom line is that you're not going to change the fact that you're a male or female, and you need to have a masculine or feminine frame. And both are wonderful, both are needed, but they're just needed for different things. And so when you start crossing the lines and you have males who become more feminine and females who become more masculine, well, then you're going to end up having problems. And I think this is the cause of a lot of people deciding, okay, I'm not going to get involved in these type of situations. And so as a result, it tends to lead to more of a control, which is better than it was before. So I do believe that this situation can help the thought pattern of saying, look, I don't need to be controlled by these impulses, and instead of that, I'm going to control those, and I'm going to kind of decide who I date and go out with and who I don't. So I think that this is a key thing, and so a lot of men are deciding not to go into relationships. Now, do I think that's good or bad? Well, if you look at the Bible, they talk about the fact that, in part of the Bible, they talk about you should not be married. And in part of the Bible, then they talk about for those who can't control it. And I think it was, I'm trying to think who, I don't think Christ said it, but I think someone said it. And I'm trying to remember who it was, and I can't, off the top of my head, I forgot. But talking about if they can't control themselves, if people can't control some, they should marry, because then they have one person. And I think that makes sense. Now, obviously, it's called for cheating and all that kind of stuff, but that's a whole different realm we're talking about. But if you're in a situation where you can't really stop your urges, or you're having struggle with that, well, then marriage is probably something that can help you with that. But the idea then is really looking at this whole idea of trying to build that self-control. And I do believe if you have a stronger connection with your Creator, then you're able to kind of control that better, and you're able to say, okay, I'm going to try to focus on other goals. I'm going to try to focus on things that are beneficial, a lot more than just getting a short-term pleasure for whatever reason, you don't know. And how it is, I call it really short, because especially if you're doing, releasing energy to pictures and things like that, now you're talking about a case where, within 4 or 5 seconds, now you're feeling guilty and bad about the situation. And that happened to me so many times I can't even say it. So the bottom line really is you're trying to prevent these type of things from happening. So anyway, I'm going to cut it right there, because I have to go out and shovel and do a bunch of things outside and get home. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot for always joining in, and we're going to do a few longer ones this weekend, I think, trying to get that done, and also trying to kind of talk about long streaks tomorrow. I'll probably be at 600, and we're going to keep battling on. All right, so until next time, my friends, have a great day, and be strong and be diligent on your journey and plan. Till next time, have a great day, guys and gals.